Hello planner people. So today I am going to show you a flip through of my Basic Stalogy from April through June. And guys, I am really in the groove with this planner. I've found just a perfect method that has worked for me. I've also branched out a little bit, and as you can tell, my cover isn't plain black. I did add a couple of stickers. I know, I'm getting kind of crazy because I did originally have just the plain black cover. So I'm sure that you guys have seen these stickers in my previous videos, but I just wanted to point that out. The reason I didn't originally put stickers on the outside was because I liked the fact that it was just plain black, but then I realized that this planner is not going to last me for the entire year, so I just wanted to add stickers for memories. So that's what I started. I probably will add maybe one more, and that's about it. So that's the front. Here is the back, still plain black. I did, as you can tell, try out a lot of tabs. Well, for me, it's a lot of tabs on the side, and to be honest with you, I do not like it. The only thing that I have now that I'm using are at the bottom, I have a Today tab and then a Bible study tab. It is getting pretty thick. I think I can probably fit the rest of, well, I can fit July and August in here, but I think that that's all that's gonna fit. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go ahead and do the flip, like I said, from April through June. I have covered up things that are personal with circle sticky notes and also just my regular teal sticky notes. So I will try to talk you guys through the setups, the way things have changed, what I started with, what I added. I'll try to preemptively answer all of your questions in this flip through. So this is the first day of April, and this was the day that we were going out of town to visit my dad, who does not live near us. So it was a nice little getaway. And I basically have mixed together my daily planning, weekly planning, and then also my Bible study just all in one planner, and it seems to work out really well. The only thing that I did not keep in here was all of my work things, and that was in a separate planner I am using that's very simple because it wouldn't work. So here we have April. So I started out, as you can tell, with kind of half days or half pages per day, like here. Just half of a page per day and tracking water. I only give myself 4 tasks to do each day so I don't get overwhelmed and so they actually get done. And also I started tracking my steps. So this is April. I tried to, I know it's really popular for people who have Stalogies to use printables, and I tried that. These are the only two that I tried. Look guys, I tried to, clearly it didn't work because I did not keep track of my Fly Lady zones and I did not write down my steps. So printables just don't work for me. My brain just, it doesn't work. So here I have a full page per day. Pretty much all of the stickers that you are going to see are from my Etsy shop except the washi tape. I don't have washi tape in my Etsy shop right now. So here we are back still in April, and I'm using half of a page per day, tracking my daughter's lunch. Like I said, my 4 tasks, things that need to get done. I'm using 1 page for Saturday and Sunday. And I have been leaving 1 blank page between things just to give myself that extra space because I don't set this up in advance. I really just do it once a week, normally on Saturday or Sunday. So I gave myself 1 blank page and then I jumped into my Bible study for the week. You could definitely also use these pages as journaling. For me, I don't want to keep my journaling in a planner that is going outside of my house. It just makes me nervous that somebody's gonna find it, or I don't know. So here is the end of April. Any of the craft paper sticky notes that you see, those came from the Stationery Life so did the circle sticky notes that I'm using just to cover some things up. So Friday, when I was giving myself half a page per day, Friday I always gave myself a full page because everything from the week seems to collide into Friday for the following week. So here is the weekend, just one page, and then jumping on into my Bible study for the week. Okay, so here's the beginning of May. I just printed this off at home and added a tab for it. I started to write down memories, but as you can tell, that didn't happen. This blank monthly sticky note also came from Stationery Life. Some memories, back to half a page per day. Then my full page for Friday, and then full page Saturday and Sunday. Just some budget tracking, and this was one thing I really kept up with. I put one sticky note at the end of my week when I set it up for tasks that need to get moved to the following week. That way I'm not flipping back and forth, because that's one thing that really bothers me. I don't like to keep flipping back to try to find things. So that has remained. Added in just some little things, like my mom sent me flowers for Mother's Day. That was really sweet, so I just added that in. This is vellum. For this one, I actually glued this to the actual paper. It kind of, well, it bulked it up, but not really, because if I had just tipped this in, it would be the same amount of bulk. It did bulk it up in the fact that the glue is kind of thick, so it just made the paper thicker. So this time I did my cash envelope in the beginning, and obviously didn't go back and fill it out. So just trying different things, but as you can tell, my setup was about the same every week. This came with one of my Shakespeare orders. I think it was, I can't remember which one it was, but I just really liked the paper, so I just cut it out and added it right in. Then this was a new week, and then this is also vellum. I made just little tabs so I would know where I was, but moving forward, I'm not gonna continue to do that because I just don't like how it looks. It's just too, the tabs are just too busy for me. Okay, so here is the very end of May. And this week I added another tab for my Bible study, even though, like you saw previously, that's just the way that I had it set up. And then here is June. So just more vellum that I glued in with a sticky note where I just wrote out the month. Just little notes, like I said, things I needed to do at home, things for my daughter's school, fun things that we did. This was another reason I don't really like the tabs, is because like on this one, the other vellum, I folded it over. This one I didn't fold it over, and it was just really flimsy. And I know that's not what vellum's for. I mean, obviously it's so thin, but I don't like how all of them ended up bending. I know that I could probably use thicker ones, but just realized that it's not really my thing. So here we are in June, and this vellum, I just cut it down and tipped it right in with some tape. And so this is the first full week of June, and I wanted to switch things up for summer and do one full page per day, so that's what I did. Some family memories and moments. Then I took some notes from a YouTube channel. What's her name? The Daily Connoisseur. It's by an author named Jennifer L. Scott. She did this video about homemaking, and I thought that it was really interesting, so I just wrote those things down. Next week in June. Back to my full pages, and then I added just a little bit of Bible study notes on the bottom because I did have the room using a full page per day. And Father's Day, I need to go back and fill in what we did because we had a really great Father's Day weekend. And see, there is my next week sticky note that I have continued to use. More Bible study information. And this was the last week in June. This was my first week out from teaching, so I wanted to use the whole week and do a home reset and go through all of the Fly Lady zones to get my house tidy. So this week I did something totally different. I just did a weekly overview with still only my 4 tasks per day, and I put notes and reminders on this side. Now, on June 24th, my daughter was rushed to the emergency room. She had a seizure at preschool. So after that, you know, the whole getting the house together was on the back burner because we were in the hospital with her. She is at home now, and she is recovering. But this was a totally different overview that I did. And then I also, each day I went through and wrote down all of my zones and just took this with me, whatever room I was in, and just check stuff off. I do have a playlist for the zones, like where you can write out the list with me, that I will link down below. So then this is the last week of June, and this is when my dad came to visit, and she was, my daughter was at home just recovering with us. And there is July. I didn't do like a full separate page. I know that most people do that to mark July. It was the middle of the week, so I was like, I'll just add the tab and we'll call it a day. So that is everything, guys. That is my April through June in my B6 Stalogy. I am definitely still enjoying it. I'm still using some other planners as well. I hope that you guys found this helpful or inspiring. If you like planner related videos, please consider subscribing. Hop on over to Instagram and say hello, and let me know what you guys are up to this summer. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye.